What a nasty thing that turned out to be. Hello everyone, this is Captain Greenbeard, cartoon critic. And we're going to try, but as we may, to go into this cartoon and wonder what was the real meaning of a child show like this, but really meant more for upper youth. And I don't understand how anybody could dislike a cartoon quite like this, which is different than your average cartoon because everyone looks like some kind of alien or freakish creature. Not in a bad way though, they look nice and too in a certain way. Like Toxie's nice if you're nice to him, but he's mean if you're mean to him. Alright, enough about that. This is my cousin, his name is Schwartz, and I like him. He's a good member of the family, but I don't want you to know that we're gonna have to find a way to watch this cartoon as far as we can go. Oh, you know, it really counts on it. Because I got some... Yeah, let's face it, we're going on the whims of our seat of our pants, but how could you dislike a show like this? Even though I keep interrupting it, mind you, and you want to hear what they're saying, but if you hear what they're saying, then it's not like us overlaying a track on it and changing it in any way. This way I'm bootlegging it could be better like this. Whoa, Toxie, is that your aunt or your sister or your girlfriend? Or, I don't know, dude. Toxie seems like a sweet and tender soul. I wouldn't totally bag on him for crying, but I kind of gotta bag on him because he's making fun of me, man. Don't make fun of me, man. Toxie's making fun of me by crying. This is the kid show? Right, they live in a toxic wasteland and... Oh wait, that's Tromaville. I like this place.
Siberia! That's what Mom said.
Anyway, you should see the cabin I live in this yellow submarine. It's like they keep me held down there writing lyrics. And here I have steered the Dutchman to its entire destruction. And no one even grants me as that. They just keep making inferior versions of Greenbeard. But there are no inferior versions of Toxic Crusaders. It is the one-time chance to enjoy Toxie in all of his fullest. In his days of school, in his days of Yule, and all the things that did affect his... He was a fool. Anyway, I don't know if we should watch this part. There seems to be an intimate conversation between Toxie and his friends. So if we could please adjust the timing ourselves. Oh, here we go. We're a little bit further. I don't know if I'm really... It just seemed like him and his girlfriend wanted to talk by themselves, and I didn't really want to get involved in that, so... If they want to go talk somewhere and work it out, then I don't want to be present for that conversation. It just felt kind of voyeuristic. I know I'm a bootlegger, and something in a bootlegger makes me say voyeurism isn't bad, but it has such a negative connotation, don't you think? Especially when plagued with Hitchcock's ultimate tool of work. Like, for all you know, I could be a telescope out a rear window seeing this. On a screen somewhere bigger to show the true colors of the color effect of these demon-possessed agendas. And I love it because this is like Lloyd Kaufman shot at cartooning and he's totally nailing it.
You think we could have some stirring music?
Why, certainly, Toxie.
No, not you.
I never thought I'd see the day that I found these especial Lamente VHS cintas. Cinta es la película en la novela en la cine. Distracción de la todos siempre conoce la temporal entiende de la mañana no es cierto.
Dr. Tillamook, what are you doing in Siberia?
This is Island City, you dodo.
Okay, that was really interesting. I did get it. Oh, look at how mad he is. He's sort of setting the threshold for Toxie.
You can return to Tromaville.
I think Toxie's going to beat him.
Cross
I don't-
my fingers and hope to
He
die.
looked a little concerned, but he's not really. And they made truce with him anyway. It was like some Braveheart moment. I didn't get that. Anyway, here we go. Well, look at this tray over here with these books in it. And,
Now sit the
oh,
damn
no, not this again. I knew they were political campaigning in this show, but this recently, about it all,
Sit down for a while and
no, I don't think that political advocacy in satire of cartoons is really meant to be this somewhat offensive look at how people normally react to each other in this world. But I've seen weirder than this in the real world than I have in any cartoon, so let's just be real and say the real world's not as bad as the cartoon, right? Because they could have had, well, that is animating it to attract you isn't really for kids, but kids watch cartoon and they don't really know what it's about. They just look past all that, you know. They don't even pay attention to that.
felon.
Our friend of mine told me that, and don't even. Man, I got my wire tripped on me the other night, and then it was cool because we cleared it up. It wouldn't be me if that was there to be. So yeah, you're cool. Oh, look at this. Toxie's getting let down. Don't be let down, Toxie. Don't be let down, Toxie. Go towards that shrubbery over there and take what you want and dally it in your... do they only have 2 of each one? I thought in America there was 3 clones per person, which would make 4 total. But now I wonder if they're the same DNA and just coming out randomly differently because of the parents. No, that would be like a racy joke, and I don't want to go there. Whoa, everybody got sprayed at. Everybody was kung fu fighting. The raging spirit vortexes. How dare thee betray me? I had not a whimper of your madness, such as say it in the dark. Before I... Whoa, there's aliens in there? They look like these kick-ass ray gun types of aliens, too. Oh, dude, Toxie's gonna whoop down on these aliens, bro. Oh, yeah, Toxie. How could you not love this? I'm giving this cartoon the best one I've seen yet. Except for Steamboat Willie was a little bit better. But this down next, even though it usually rates with the B cartoons, is not a B cartoon. Because look at how much framework those lines take digging up in the pencil and crayon unit of this artwork, let alone the paint and matte painters. I don't know, this could be very technically good animation. I'm just not overrating it like I should overrate. It can't be overrated, am I insane? No, not really. I've been checked out. I'm fine. Couldn't have gone to school with that one, but we'll check you next time I try to get your attention, because I really don't think I struggle with that anymore. According to Google, this show must go on. I don't know if that redeems renewing, but it's more important to celebrate a Toxic Crusaders revival, where all the episodes of Toxic Crusaders are sold anywhere they want at any outlet. For children 13 and up, since the monsters are too scary for me. I have to rate it kind of like a 13 and up cartoon. And my children can distinguish this as more crazy, but reality even crazier. This is normal for my reality. So, I don't know, that was like... I mean, didn't they say that Salvador Dali had a painting like that? I've never seen that one, if there was.
Something like this. Mom is the one who tolerates the toxic radiation you exude.
She fills you full of knowledge and sends you off to college. She's always here to bring you extra clothing and food.
I'm digging this tune.
Keep you going even through an acid rain.
She sees you through the scrapes and bumps.
I don't know, guys. Would this be politically correct enough for a cartoon nowadays? I might have to give it a little bit of... No, I'm thinking it would be because it's hip, it's up to date, it's cool. I'm not going to betray Lloyd on this one. I still give it perfect score. For being such a wild cartoon that is Salvador Dali meets The Simpsons or something. I don't know, man.
Oh, you darling boy. I wish I hadn't done that. Yeah.
I don't know which episode this is. It says down here in the program, at the bottom of the screen, episode 8, part 2. Well, it's a good thing we saw that one because there's plenty more where those came from. And then we'll see if we can... Oh, look at this. We're already flying into the next one. Hang on, that might have... No, that wasn't the first. This is maybe the first one. But I warn you, if I had to drop carrier because this is getting to be too heavy of a file, you tell me if I should drop carrier before or after the pursuit of everyone's fastest speed timing on the internet is completely checked out to be maximum of what it can be so that we can get this rendered on some upload somewhere. I'm calling out to you to upload all your own copies of my movies. If you have YouTube creators, for instance, you can just download the playlist. But you're already subscribers, you can go right to the site. Wow, this is really like... I can't believe this part. It's like, it looks like that guy's gonna blow someone up, but... oh, he's the one dropping bombs? Who's been dropping bombs in here? Well, electricity through the painting. Never heard of that. Hey, what is he gonna do? Don't make me punch you out, jerk. I mean, we're all cool here. We all dislike everything, including each other, but we have to move this hazmat toxic waste around and get it to the dump yard beyond words, beyond the streets of Ion and Zion. And I don't know, man. Bootlegs are kind of my thing, though. I saw this girl in bootlegs. She looked pretty good. I don't need to make no other girls jealous, though. You know, because girls get jealous when I talk about girls, so... And then they look at me watching a show like this, they're like, yeah, you thought the chicks were hot in it. I'm like, not really. They look like weird characters for kids to look at, like icons or something. We just look at them. Maybe this is only for kids. I thought cartoons were supposed to be for partly adults, too. Oh, yeah, this one's really partly for adults. What am I talking about? It's just like the most partly for adult one that's still a kid show. Come on now, greatest thing since Edge TV, man. Dude, like, Captain Greenbeard, man, I gotta tell you, I went to Mal 5 and played electric guitar, and I lost the guitar off the surfboard that I crashed trying to surf, playing the guitar at the same time. No, really. And I was so mad I lost my guitar that the rain picked up and flooded the whole place. And it was an expensive trauma special effect for a movie, so I don't know what it was. Well, like that they had to flood everything in sight. And the cast and crew drowned was between me and the Mother Nature Earth. Because I would never take battle over that which repels us not to correct the nature's way. And that's not what we're talking about in a show like this. This is kind of like just geek kid culture all of a sudden, where there's like kind of this nerd's like hitting on this chick and she's way too good for him, but she's putting the like garbanzo beans on him by like tricking him into dating her. And I don't know, man. This show may be needing to have just a PG-13, you know. That's what I suggest now that we can get PG-13s for this cartoon. Come on now. If my cartoon is PG-13, your cartoon is PG-13, because my cartoon is your cartoon. There's a whole mix of cartoons among us. But see, the line-drawn form is filled in 24 frames a second, and that means each frame has to be individually drawn to the line point of the measurement of the next movement of the character. If there is such to be moved, then it will be drawn within 24 frames. One frame takes about an hour to draw, in 2 12-hour shifts. You have a second of cartoon that takes about 600 hours to build. Even a 60-minute cartoon, theoretically, it would take even more, like in some cases 6,000 hours. And then you add computers, and then the computer's got to take a picture. You can tell this is one of the ones where the computer takes a front picture of the drawing and a back picture of the background and weaves them together nicely. I think it's a good use of computerized graphics that are actually looks like a cartoon. I mean, best breakthrough in this film, don't you think, Captain Greenbeard? Yeah. It's a mess.
Hopeless nerd? Nah.
Please help me! I'm changing into something horrible! I'm changing into a school teacher!
I'm not afraid of this show anymore. It got back to the action, and it really showed me its avant-garde style for a kid show, especially. Although there are characteristics that look a little Scooby-Doo-ish, but Scooby-Doo not as good as Toxic Crusaders, I'm suddenly thinking, especially for this weird chant that they're doing in environmentalist sake. I mean, whoa, that was a triple cut. Edit, triple edit. Hey, he's going up the stairs. He's going to knock on the window.
Melvin, my son. Oh, what am I gonna do? Now that I'm a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength.
I knew he was a hideous creature of superhuman size and strength. I knew he was really toxic. Sorry, I couldn't really see what was going on. I was turning my head to, take this bong rip. That's all I need to do is 3 coughs. And 3 more, and that's all. One more. Okay. What are we watching? Oh, this is a cool cartoon. It's that one from Tromaville that's getting really artistic again, and it already was. I would never say a bad thing about a show like any cartoon, let alone the wellishly animated ones like this as such. To follow the line formed down to the Factor Zero and retrace steps of haunting childhood, all memories of waking up and eating Toxic Crusader cereal, and now Toxic's making me cry, dude, because this is a crier. We need to go to a different scene. I don't know, he's with his girlfriend again. I don't want to get involved with Toxic and his girlfriend. I don't want to get involved with your girlfriend. You just kick some ass with that mop, and we can go somewhere else on the girlfriend channel, okay? Like some bit.
Let go of her, you creep.
Alright, well, there's a swing ball of flame coming toward. Oh, he's demolitioning.
A battle against evil is no place for a little girl.
Whoa, he gets clocked out to the wasteland. Oh, not to the wasteland. Everything's a wasteland. Oh, looks like they blew up a tank, though. That's pretty modern. Toxic takes down another tank. That they're even at the school firing lasers at him. It's kind of making me wonder if it's commentating on a police state, like the way Paul Verhoeven would, but I've also seen his Black Book, and it really isn't against the idea of, like, simple intellectuals that wanted to be left alone. But then you get but then that the Jews own Hollywood, I have to worship them forever. I have to worship all my Jewish friends no matter what, and I'm cool with that. And Lloyd's one of my Jewish friends. And that he doesn't really like to be called that because he thinks they're insulting him. He knows in my case, I'm absolutely supporting him in all of the things he does. May Lloyd remember that Captain Greenbeard was here to criticize his cartoon, and it's an A+. It's incredible what you can do with the animation. And I'm getting some strange vibes through the background. That could be the media being present and playing their little drone music to focus on the news of the current day. This ending is very well spliced together. It's almost like they filmed every scene and they made the animation. Not necessarily over it, but based on the things they filmed. which is oftentimes what animators will do. Just find something, piece of film that it's based on, and animate it in a different sort of freakish way on this freaking awesome show. And I'm overwhelmed by the stock of characters that are already drawn out. It's got its own universe, the Tromaverse. I would tell you more about Tromaville if I could, but some secrets are kept in Tromaville. Like the fact that it's like Hitchcock's Peyton Place is kind of an old saying. Because we don't know if these characters are even not too grotesque for young children. And I say, Toxie's got a heart of gold. Why would anyone berogle him? Why would anyone chase him down? Let's see what else Toxie would do just for a moment in Season 3, Part 1.
It all started on Island City, the home of that
Now, if you look deep into the glance of the city... Oh, I'm interrupting again? Well, you see, it's my show, and I'm doing criticism on the show. And I don't really want you to hear the whole soundtrack. That way you track down the show and either buy it on disc or buy it on YouTube and then have the whole movie, and downloading it sometimes buys it if you're on special YouTube plans. So please, by all means, find this cartoon. This original one, I'll give you a hint. There's where to search for it. And we thank them all. The Cartoon Critic can only pull a normal length episode until, well, it might be the second season, probably in about 2 more episodes, because we call ourselves a 12er, and I'm not sure if we're on 11. So if we're on 11, I'm giving you a hunch ahead of time that the season has a bit to go, and that I'm going to have to straighten the length of the show a little bit in terms of scheduling. But I don't think we're getting ahead of ourselves to know that this is not quite complete, and we're going to test for about 7 seconds what this says, and then I'll talk.
Like, what if the Toxic Crusaders' mom happens to be friends with one of those old biddies, and she calls on the Toxic Crusaders to help?
That was 10 seconds, but I was shooting for 7, and then I got so distracted by this hypnotic image that I'm seeing before me. All right. We're gonna watch a little more, and as we make our way to the last groomed minute of the show, which was supposed to be 5 minutes ago, because they were giving me the cutoff sign in all directions, and I had to extend it to the normal length of the show, but I had no way to do it without them giving me the wrong sign out there. And these guys are kind of friends, but they're kind of on each other's nerves, and I don't really need to know much more about how this operates, because I've seen it already. But I admit, you must order it from Troma. The Toxic Crusaders or Warner Brothers themselves, and that was a production between the two, and they both never knew about it, and now they can get back onto the Toxic Crusaders' goal and look as shabby as they want because of your narrator. You can all just turn in some video of us hucking it up behind a cartoon. And really, I find animation an art form.